Greetings from Minnesota. I'm John Gross, and my goal today is to have fun. And let me start out with this. I'm going to show you a picture. Look at the picture and see if you can see a name with that picture. And all I have to do is turn it sideways and now look for the name. Do you see it? It's there all along, but until you change the perspective, it's hard to see the word. And today I'm going to try and change your perspective about games. You might think, games, they're too expensive, they're dumb, I don't know how to play. Well, I'm going to show you a game that's free. It's a game that people 9 years old or 95 years old can play. There's no really competition, there's no winner or loser. And it's fantastic and fun to play. What are you talking about? Well, it's a game, I didn't invent it, I got this in a group setting. And the rules are very simple. A person starts by saying a name. It could be any name at all. You could start by saying the word get. And the next person has to think of a word that begins with the last letter of the first word. So if somebody says get, they could say tomorrow. And the next person would have to think of a word that begins with the last letter of the last person. The last word was tomorrow. They could say Wednesday. Now, the beauty of this is for senior citizens, is for people in nursing homes. It's a warm-up, and you have to think when you do this game. It's literally like lifting weights for your memory, and it works. And whenever I go back to Michigan, I'd love to play it with the grandkids, Kyle and Carson, and I've got a 9-year-old granddaughter, Kaylee, who's excellent at this game, and we play it on the way to restaurants. All the grandkids love to play it, and then one day, Kathy, my daughter, and Kaylee were in the back seat driving to a restaurant, and I heard Kaylee say, "Hey, Mom, can we play this with Bible names?" She said, "Sure." So they played another 10 minutes just with Bible names. And you might be thinking, "Oh, that sounds too easy for me. I want to play something harder than that." Well, you can up the ante really easy. Say you could do TV shows, like if somebody said American Idol, the next person would have to come up with something that begins with that last letter, L, and they could say Lost, and on and on. The game is so much fun. I went on a national website, in fact, international website, people all over the world, explained how to play it. The first person says a word, the next person has to start a word that begins with that last letter. Easy to do. So 38,000 members on this website. I explain how to play it. We start to play. I'm having fun for about 20 minutes, and I'm getting bored. So I say, I'm not going to do this anymore. I went to bed. Got up the next morning, and I went to that website. It's a true story. Went to the website, and they had a 2,500 post. I said, 2,500 posts. And I started to read. Deborah. She was on a lot. Deborah. And then I saw, let us play. Deborah. Oh. She had fun. She was up all night playing the game. Well, I don't want you to do that. You can do it in 5 minutes or 20 minutes if you want. But it is fun. And here's the way I compare it. I do a workshop for photographers on how to shoot sports. And my number one tip is, the game before the game is just as important as the game. Warm up your eyes like players warm up their bodies. Baseball players, spring training on, take batting practice, spring training on. They warm up their bodies, warm up your mind by doing a simple game like this word game. I hope you'll try it. I dare you to try it. In fact, let me start with this. I'm going to say the word dog. What do you say next? It's a fun game. Thanks for watching. I'm John Gross.